I knew something was wrong the moment the waiter placed the cake in front of me and asked, "Will she be joining you, sir?" My throat tightened. My wife had said she'd be just a little late, caught up in a last-minute client dinner she couldn't possibly cancel. But as the candle flame flickered in front of me, the seat across the table felt colder than anything I'd ever known. I turned 45 that night, alone. But the loneliness wasn't the worst part. It was the slow creeping realization that I had been forgotten long before this birthday. The restaurant was one she'd picked months ago, back when we still made plans with excitement, not obligation. She'd even joked, "You're halfway to 50, old man. We need to celebrate big." Instead, I sat there staring at a single empty chair. I pulled out my phone, nothing from her. Last messages were from me. Me. "Everything okay?" Me. "They running late?" Me. "Should I order for you?" All delivered. None read. The waiter hovered again. "Would you like me to take the cake back?" I forced a smile. "Give me a little more time." He nodded and walked away. I blew out the candle, not with a wish, but with the bitterness of someone trying to stop hoping. It was almost 10 when she finally texted. "Wife. Still stuck. Don't wait. Love you. Love you." 2 words so easy to type, so cheap when misused. I paid the bill, declined the cake, and walked out into the chilly night air. Traffic roared past, but everything around me felt muted. 45 years on this earth, 20 of them married, and I'd never felt smaller. When I got home, the lights were off. I dropped my keys on the table and stood there in the dark, listening to the silence settle around me. A picture frame on the shelf caught the faint glow from the streetlight outside, our wedding photo. Her hand in mine. Her smile bright, full of promise. I felt something twist painfully in my chest. Had she stopped loving me? Or had I failed to notice it disappearing? It was almost midnight when the sound of a car door closing snapped me out of my thoughts. Keys jingled. The lock clicked. She stepped inside. "Oh, you're still up," she said casually, slipping off her heels. Her hair was perfectly in place. Not the slightest sign of the long, exhausting dinner she claimed. "I waited," I said quietly. She sighed. "I told you not to. That wasn't the point." She froze for a moment, then forced a smile. "Look, I'm sorry. It was a big client. I couldn't say no." "Which client?" I asked. She blinked. "Huh. Why does it matter?" "I just want to know." She hesitated. "Too long." Daniel. From the marketing firm." "Daniel." I knew him. Young. Single. Always too friendly with her. My stomach dropped. "You weren't at a restaurant, were you?" Her eyes widened slightly, just enough to confirm everything she didn't want to say. "Michael," she whispered. "Please don't do this tonight." But I already knew. Something inside me was pushing past the fear, past the desperate need to believe her. "Let me see your phone," I said. Her reaction was instant and telling. She clutched her purse tighter. "No. That's ridiculous." "Then tell me the truth." "There's nothing to tell." Her voice trembled, not with anger but with panic. I felt the floor tilt beneath me. "How long?" She looked away. "Michael." "How long?" A moment that felt like a lifetime passed as she stared at the floor, breathing unsteadily. 7 months, she whispered. A sound escaped me, something between a laugh and a gasp. 7 months. 7. I had suspected little things. Secretive texts, sudden work emergencies. New perfume, a shift in how she hugged me, quieter, distant. But hearing the truth shattered something clean inside me. "Who is he?" I forced out. "You don't know him." "Then why lie about Daniel?" She closed her eyes. "Because I panicked." "No," I said, voice cracking. "You panicked because you thought I'd ruin your perfect story." "Michael, I didn't want to hurt you." I let out a hoarse laugh. "Then what exactly did you think this would do?" She stepped closer. "It just happened. I thought I could control it." "You thought you could control betraying your husband?" The words felt foreign even as I spoke them. She flinched. "I never planned for it to go this far." "You're in love with him." The silence confirmed it. My knees almost buckled. We sat across from each other on the couch, the same spot where we once spent nights laughing over movies. Now it felt like the graveyard of our marriage. "I didn't forget your birthday," she said softly. I just couldn't see him tonight and pretend nothing was happening. So you chose him, I whispered. Her voice broke. I don't know what I'm choosing. I'm confused. Everything feels wrong. No, I said. Everything feels wrong because you made it wrong. She looked up, tears filling her eyes. I'm sorry. I closed my eyes. I had wanted those words for months, but hearing them now felt meaningless. I thought we were okay, I said. I thought we were just stuck in routine. I thought we'd fix it. I tried, she whispered. I really tried. But every time I looked at you I felt guilty. And the guilt pushed me further away. The honesty stabbed deeper than the lies. I went to the bedroom and sat on the edge of the bed we'd shared for 20 years. When she followed me I didn't look up. I need you to tell me something, I said. If I hadn't demanded the truth tonight, how long would you have kept lying? She didn't answer. Her silence was the loudest confession of all. I stood, grabbed a duffel bag from the closet, and began packing. Not everything, just enough. Michael, please stop. We can talk in the morning. I'm done talking tonight. She grabbed my arm, crying now. Don't leave like this. I pulled away. I ate my birthday dinner alone. You were with another man. I think I'm allowed to walk out. She covered her mouth, sobbing harder. Please don't do this. But it was already done. I drove to a small motel on the edge of town. The room smelled like cheap detergent and old carpet. I sat on the bed staring at the wall. 45 years old. 20 years married. And not once had I imagined ending up like this. Suitcase on a motel floor, heart in pieces, wondering if I had been easy to forget. My phone buzzed. A message from her. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for tonight to happen like this. Another followed. Please come home. We can fix this. Then, I love you. Funny how people always say I love you when they're afraid of losing the person they should have loved when it mattered. I put the phone face down. For the first time in months, the silence didn't terrify me. It told the truth. It told me that sometimes the hardest part of betrayal isn't the moment you discover it. It's realizing you were already living alone long before you noticed. And on my 45th birthday, I stopped being forgotten. Because I finally walked away from the person who treated me like I didn't exist.